Cricbuzz Comm at the 15th over. Now, very often you try and assess the comparative score between the two sides. Now, if you have a look at the West Indies, 78 for 2 after 15. Australia at the same stage was 75 for 4 at the end of 15 overs. Now, in comparison, you'd probably tell yourself, yes, Australia had lost 2 more wickets, so West Indies should be well ahead of the game. But that difference is that 92 of 60 from Nathan Coulter-Nile. So fair to say that, yes, 2 more wickets, but Australia have a few runs on the board still to play with.
Yes, they do have a few runs to play with for sure. But if you look at that bowling card, you have used up Mitchell Starc's 4 overs. He was very impressive in the first spell. So that is going to hold the key. He's your attacking, aggressive bowler and someone who can take wickets and run through sides. So you would expect those 6 overs to be used very, very carefully to create that kind of pressure. Cummins has already bowled 5 and Coulter-Nile. So, your 3 bowlers have bowled about 13, 14 overs. Right. So out of those 30 overs, so you have 50% of those overs to play with now as a captain. And from West Indies' point of view, they've seen that 50% of danger, I would say. So now their 4th and 5th bowler, which is the key, is Zampa. We have to see, how he goes about it. Maxwell has just come into bowl. He's bowled a couple of overs.
And a bit from Stoinis.
Hasn't really looked that threatening. Stoinis is someone who will be looking to use that short one. But apart from that, he doesn't have that penetration which we are looking at. So you can safely say that West Indies has done a decently good job at the 15 over mark because they've held those wickets. That's the key on this track. The first spell of the main bowlers have been seen through. So I would say that West Indies are in driver's seat at the moment, even if they have about 200 plus runs to get. But still that main danger which was there of losing too many wickets in that first 15 overs, that has not happened. So I think I would say West Indies is pretty much in command of on this game.
Yeah, just to pick up from that driver's seat, I know we referred to Mitchell Starc as being that Ferrari. Now, what is the kind of vehicle that the West Indies are wanting to drive here? Because Nicholas Pooran, typically in 20-over cricket, goes bang, bang from ball 1. He's been extremely impressive. He's played his shots, but he's been measured in his approach. So he's kind of driving at that right speed for the West Indies.
Well, Nicholas Pooran right speed is 124 strike rate. So I think he's doing a fantastic job.
But normally it's 180.
Yeah, but he's looked good. He's got that fast hand which was seen against Starc. You need quick hands. He's someone who is bowling at 150 clicks. For that you need those reflexes, and which Pooran looked comfortable. So I think Shea Hope and Pooran, from West Indies' point of view, this phase is going to be critical. I wouldn't say Zampa is going to be going to present that much of a threat because these 2 batsmen are good players of spin. So I don't see that as in danger. The important thing going forward also in the remaining 35 overs is to see how the quicks go. And to me, Stoinis is also not going to be that big a threat, provided Shea Hope stays away from that compulsive pull, doesn't really sky one in the air. But Pooran, I think, Stoinis' pace should work in his favour. He's a decent player of short ball as well. So we'll have to see now how that middle phase go and how Finch reacts to the situation, because for Finch to win this game, I think he'll have to bring his wicket-taking bowlers early
at the right times.
If these guys put pressure on these 3 bowlers which are going to play a role in the next 10-15 overs.
Unlike what probably Jason Holder did in key phases, one is when he brought Brathwaite on when they were 4 down, and then later on maybe didn't use himself right at the end. But a word about Chris Gayle. Got to 1,000 World Cup runs, but looked like it was going to be his day. First review fine, second review fine, third time finally it took to get him out.
And then later on, they were discussing the fact that before he got out,
it was a no ball.
It was a no ball.
Yes, Pat Cummins had bowled a no ball, just the ball before. So it should have been a free hit for Chris Gayle. Big no ball that too, which was missed by the umpire. So
yeah, so it was a mixed bag. I would say, a few things were going for West Indies, and the aggression was seen from the Aussie bowlers. So it was good battle which was there out on display, and enjoyed seeing those moments where the referrals were going up, then the review was going in batsman's favour, and an umpire was getting it wrong. I always wonder what must be umpire thinking at that stage, when something goes goes against them, because the whole crowd is watching, the whole world is watching that the decision is being turned over. You kind of have to deal with that, and you've got to have that mindset also to be tough in that scenario and back yourself to give the decision, because even the decision which Chris Gayle reviewed, that last one, was umpire's call.
So yeah.
So it actually, had it been a not out,
and had Australia reviewed, it would be not out.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, we have to thank umpires also to be brave and staying calm in these kind of scenarios and situations.
And they know that they're not just the one talking about the reviews, they are being reviewed as well by the ICC. So everything's under the scanner. They are under pressure. In this case, Chris Gaffney and Ruchira Palya Guruge, the two umpires out there. Well, Adam Zampa's come on to bowl. What we're going to do is when we come back in the 35th over, we'll look back at what could be a match-changing spell from Adam Zampa. On the other hand, it could be a match-winning partnership from Shai Hope and Nicholas Puran.